Hey, Dane Scott here, back with another live coach session where we connect up over Zoom with somebody who would like some voiceover help and is willing to let others benefit from the experience. So let's get into it.
Studio Takes. Real help for the aspiring voiceover artist.
Be sure to stick around till the end because I'm going to have some info on a Udemy course that's about as close to free as you can get, and it comes with a free book besides, all designed to help the aspiring new voice talent get off to a good start with way less confusion and information overload. All right, on to our coaching session. It's Nate Fultz in the house today. It is great to be with you, Nate, out in Washington State, and I hear tell it's snowing where you are right now.
Yes. Hello, Dan. Good morning. It's snowing here currently. I woke up to unpredicted snow, of course.
Okay. And so snow is not like something you get all the time there?
Oh, no, definitely not. It's quite unusual. But it's definitely fun when it does come.
Well, here in Wisconsin, it's snow time. It's snow time. Yeah, this is the time but right now it's just cold. We're talking 11 degrees below zero when I woke up this morning, Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's winter. It's definitely winter as we're recording this, and I appreciate that you let me have the opportunity to get with you and do this today. It takes a certain amount of open-mindedness to get on board and to do one that's going to end up on YouTube. So I appreciate that. But we're not going to put a lot of pressure on you. We're going to mainly just make this fun. So don't worry about that part of it.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself a little bit.
Yes, I'm from Washington State, originally born and raised here. Married to my beautiful wife for 15 years, and I have two beautiful children, 18 and 16-year-olds.
All right. So you're definitely dealing with the teens right now.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. It definitely keeps me youthful.
Yeah. So now, what do you do when you're not doing voiceovers?
When I'm not doing voiceovers, I currently work at tech support for one of the nation's leading telecommunications companies.
All right. So when they get you on the phone, they go, oh, wow, listen to that voice, huh?
Exactly. That's what kind of kicked this off.
My guess is when you first answer, they stop and they wait thinking it's going to be some kind of a recorded message, right?
Sometimes, yep.
Yeah, okay. Been there, done that. I know exactly what's going on with this. So yeah, I mean, you certainly have the pipes. You've got the basso profundo kind of a voice there. And so did you sing at all, say, as a kid or whatever?
I was in my school choir, but it wasn't something that I was like too into. But later on in my life, after I graduated from high school, I did get into singing rock and roll.
Did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, and usually it's the tenors, that are singing rock and roll. So, you were, you could have been great with Sha Na Na or one of those, the groups, that had the deep voice on the bottom end there,
Oh yeah.
So at any rate, yeah, you've been told all your life, gee, you've got this great radio. Did you do any radio or?
No, never did any radio.
Okay. But you heard it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So naturally, then you thought to yourself, well, maybe I ought to be thinking about voiceovers. Have you done anything so far?
Yes, I actually have done. Last year was my first year I started doing voiceovers, and did 15 jobs total in the year of 2022.
Well, that's a good start. That's more than one a month. So that's not bad when you're just kind of feeling it out and finding your feet. And,
oh, yeah.
And obviously you have a life, you've got kids, you've got a job, you've got other stuff going on. So it's not like you have unlimited time to spend on all this stuff. But you've got to start. So that's good. That means that you have put together a demo already.
Yes.
Okay. And tell me about how that went.
Oh, that went really good. Had some coaching sessions with a top voiceover professional and demo producer as well. So did some coaching with them and had a demo produced. That was actually very late in 2021.
Okay.
And then that finally was produced and ready to rock and roll in 2022, and that's when I got started.
And let's give a listen to this right away. I'm going to play it all the way through just as a starting point.
Unconditional love, undying loyalty, and tons of sloppy kisses. It's only right we should spoil them with toys and treats. BarkBox. My family likes to tease me for my love of old lady cookies. But would an old lady cookie come in 5 different flavors, including fig, apple cinnamon, strawberry, raspberry, and mixed berry? Would they have whole grain, fat-free, or mini varieties? Nabisco Fig Newtons sure do. So, you'll stop using a straw to save a fish, but won't stop eating a fish to save a fish. Follow your heart's vegan-A's. Eat delicious plant-based foods and contribute to the betterment of the earth and all its inhabitants. Iconic quiet, comfort, and sound. Bose Quiet Comfort 45 headphones. Take your action figure collection to unheard of levels with the WWE Bobby Lashley versus Daniel Bryan Dream Match 2-pack. This David versus Goliath dynamic would be something special to watch. Each elite figure features lifelike True Effects technology and interchangeable hands so you can create the in-ring action you've always dreamed of. Available on Amazon. Colors and decorations may vary. Life affords no greater responsibility, no greater privilege than ensuring the next generation thrives. Transamerica Life Insurance. Live well, worry less.
Oh, some really, really nice stuff there, Nate. I'm impressed. It's very, very nice. Yeah, what I'm hearing is, I think, very polished, and it shows that you've had some good coaching. So it's like, okay, if you take a watch to a jeweler, and the watch was already designed, and it was originally all polished up, right? And so you take it to the jeweler and say, touch this up for me. It's a whole different job than when someone comes to a jeweler and says, I need a watch,
Right.
you know? And so at this point, what we need to do is to disclaim a little bit here to say that when I'm giving you help, it's going to be in the fine-tuning area. It's not going to be in the, okay, we're going to start from scratch, and, you know, you already get a lot of the things that a person needs to get in order to do voiceovers. You understand the subtlety. You understand how to put your personality into it and to make it sound human. You know, that I think some of the humanity is what I'm really liking, in what you do. And I could tell just by your facial expression as you were listening that those are the ones you were keying into as well. You know,
Yes.
You're a good-hearted, sentimental guy. You love your family.
Yes.
Yeah, yep. And that comes through in your voiceovers. And so it's like I always say about voiceover work, that the core, the center of what makes a good voiceover is who the person is that's doing the voiceover, you know. So that's what we need to bring out. And if someone hires us to do something that's so far out of our core that we have to really reach for it, it's probably not going to be a real good voiceover, you know. So for that reason, I think that the one that sounded the least like the real Nate was the one I think you were using a little higher pitch and a little higher energy. It was about maybe the third cut in.
Action figures. Yep.
Yeah. That one felt a little more strained than the rest, you know. But I think your wheelhouse are these softer, sentimental reads, and I think that they also bring out the goodness in your voice. You know, that's where the voice starts to really kind of shine, is right in that area too, you know.
Cool.
So the good news here is that a lot of voiceover work is going to be in the Nate place. It's not going to be the having to push it into an unusual or uncomfortable or not natural area. A lot of it is going to be in the real Nate place. So
Nice, thanks.
so that should be an encouragement to you. A lot of what we do in voiceover is going to be corporate, training, promotional, but not necessarily hypey promotional. There isn't as much hypey promotional as there used to be.
Okay.
You know, it's going to be more about, here I am, a real guy telling you about something that I like or something that you'll like. You know, usually it's one or the other. You know, so you're coming at it saying, you know, this is, the reason I love this is because such and such, you know, so you're doing a portrayal. Or you're saying, this is us, we're this company, we have something that you are going to benefit from. You know, but in either case, it's not done with that kind of rah, rah, rah thing that was more, you know, prevalent years ago. There's still opportunities for that. But most of it is going to be more in just kind of a comfort range area. So that makes it nice for people like you and me who are not maybe by nature like real type A, you know, push hard, push kind of people. So Yeah, so when it comes to doing reads, what I'd like to do today, I think, is probably what I typically do, and that's just to have you read anything, right?
Okay.
So
Sure.
if you have something that you would like to read, that's fine. If you've got a script no. Okay, go to wikipedia.org.
Here we go. WWE Raw.
Okay. Okay. So what I would like you to do now that you brought up something on wrestling.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's just go ahead into it and just read me a little bit of it, maybe a paragraph or so. Maybe I better look it up as well so I can follow along. So just going there myself. And it was WWE Raw, you said? Okay.
Yep.
And so I've got it up. All right. So let's go ahead into it.
All right. WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States. The show features characters from the Raw brand, to which WWE employees are assigned to work and perform. The show debuted on January 11th, 1993, and is currently considered to be one of the 2 flagship shows, along with Friday Night SmackDown. In September 2000, Raw moved from the USA Network to TNN, which rebranded to Spike TV in August 2003. On October 3rd, 2005, Raw returned to the USA Network, where it remains to this day.
That's beautiful. Okay, so what I'm hearing is someone that's enthused about this. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I really liked is the fact that, when I went to broadcast school, we had something called the smile rule. We had to smile all the time when we were on mic, except when we were doing the news or something, but
Sure.
Basically they told us we should have that smile because it shapes the face different, and that gives it a different feel than if we're not doing that. It's the most uncomfortable thing in the world for me to smile like this all the time while I'm talking, but it does change the way you sound. Right now I got the big smile on my face and I feel like the Joker, where the face is cracking down the middle. But it comes naturally for you, and you're able to get into that mode. And some things are happening here with body language that I see in the studio, when I'm doing something with other talent and we're all taking our turns in the booth, and I'll happen to glance through the glass and I'll see somebody that is gesticulating, and they are expressing, they are emoting, their face is doing stuff, and that helps them to draw out what they need from their voice by, and some of it is just completely not unintentional. What's the word I'm looking for? It's automatic. It's just happening. Right. So I think that's all good. And I don't think that it hurts at all. With your delivery, it gives you some enthusiasm. The delivery was nice, and it was, I think, kind of in the range of where we want to be. I'd like to see you try and relax a little more, if you can, when you're reading. Not that there won't be times when you'll want to have more of that kind of tension, physical tension going on when you're doing a voiceover. But for reasons of just comfort, and also because it may change your delivery style a little bit, let's just have you be a little more like when you're just talking to me.
Okay.
Just try it again. So Just start into it by saying, here's something I found out today, Dane. Just kind of, just give it to me across the cafe table.
Okay. All right, dude. Here's something I learned today that I find fascinating. WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that is currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network.
Yeah, see there, I like that. It just takes it down a notch. It just makes it a little more comfortable. And yet your physical body is still a little bit on the tense side, I think. You're so maybe we can just try and get you to relax your face, relax your shoulders and your neck, and if we were across the table from each other and gesticulating and jabbing with our finger like that, we might scare the person a little bit. So let's try it with a little less of that and just give it to me again.
Okay. Dane, let me tell you, WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States.
Okay, it's getting there. It's getting better. Let's keep going.
The show features characters from the Raw brand, to which WWE employees are assigned to work and perform. The show debuted on January 11th, 1993, and is currently considered to be one of two flagship shows, along with Friday Night SmackDown.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's nice. It's nice. All right, now let's try it again and slow it down a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
So the words are coming a little fast.
Gotcha.
So far. So let me just try something here. WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States. The show features characters from the Raw brand, to which WWE employees are assigned to work and perform. Okay, so we're just taking it back a little bit. Think Discovery Channel, think biography, just kind of slow it back and give me something that's a little more kind of documentary. Now, just to try that feel. Okay, but
Sure.
give it to me slower for sure.
Okay. WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States.
This is sounding really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. I feel like this is kind of a good area for you.
Okay.
Listen to documentary stuff. If I could just pull it up here, I wonder if I can get it fast enough. Okay, Nate, here's something that I did for Fox News. It's a documentary on Abraham Lincoln. Let's listen to a little bit of this. Abraham Lincoln, the man who saved the Union and ended the biggest scar on our nation's history, slavery. A man larger than life, but who was he really? What experiences and events shaped this American legend? Let's go back in time and take a peek at what life was like in America almost 200 years ago. And actually let a little of the music play out at the end for you there too, just to kind of, again, give you a feel of the pacing. You can just kind of feel the pacing there. So that may not be quite right for SmackDown, but that really the copy that we're reading doesn't matter as much. We could be reading anything in any style we want. So what I'd like you to do is to just kind of think of it in terms of documentary style, give it some of the kind of the Nate feels there, give it the Nate emotion and just slow it back and give it to me that way. But just again, we'll disregard what the copy is and just try for the style. So go right ahead.
All right, fantastic. WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw, is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States.
See, now this is starting to get a little more of that kind of network feel to it, I think. That's good. It's very nice. Okay, let's try it again now. And this time, I'd like you to soften your voice. Okay. So what we're doing basically, if it were, do you work on cars?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, okay. So you know that a carburetor can be rich or it can be lean, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
If it's rich, it's getting more gas, and if it's lean, it's getting less gas, more air, right? Okay.
Yep.
So what I want you to do is to tune your carburetor for more air, less gas.
Gotcha.
Okay. So there's more breath involved here. So it's softer.
Okay.
So
Got
it's
it.
more like this, okay? So get in this range. I'd like to see what your voice can do with that. But keep the Lincoln idea going, but just soften it up a lot. And keep the pacing slow.
WWE Raw, also known as Monday Night Raw or simply Raw is an American professional wrestling television program produced by WWE that currently airs live every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the USA Network in the United States.
Okay, everybody, are you hearing that? We're getting into a good area here for Nate. So this is really, I would suggest that you spend some serious time developing the soft reads like this. Okay. I think this is a really strong area for you. Obviously, we can't do a coaching session where it's all encompassing and we cover every kind of possible style. But what I've been doing is to kind of feel out your voice and get a sense of who you are and to try and fine-tune you down into an area that's going to be good for you to pursue. And I think that this is one of them, if not the best one that I'm hearing so far. And you can get even softer. Okay. You can really take this back a lot. I'm going to give you one more example, and only because I think that sometimes it's easier, to listen to something than to describe it. So just give me a moment here, and I'm going to pull this up. This is something that I did for a demo. Someone had asked me, can you do something kind of like the voice introducing the Lord of the Rings? And I thought, well, I don't know, so I went and kind of listened to it and discovered that it's actually a female.
Yes, Kate Blanchett.
I think you got it there, yeah. At any rate, this is what I was able to put together, but the main thing I want you to listen for is just how lean, how little gas there is, how much voice, how little voice there is.
The world is changed. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth. I smell it in the air. Much that once was is lost.
Okay, so it's very soft.
Okay.
And what you can do is to just experiment with all different levels of that, from all the way down to almost a whisper, and then just adding a little more voice and 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 a little more voice. And you're just turning the screw, right? Okay. So just play with that. And what you'll do, I think, as you're doing that is you'll discover that at certain points along that dial, you're going to get, maybe your voice will start to break up. It won't work. The engine will start to sputter a little bit. Okay. So you'll have to tune it to find just the places where it's smoother and where it works with your voice. But if you're recording this while you're experimenting, afterwards you can go back through and you can kind of get a sense of, okay, where are those fine points where it's like, oh yeah, there we go. This is really good, and you can keep your voice very soft. The nice thing about the mics that we use these days is that they're very sensitive. So, when you do your speaking, it can be just as soft as you need it to be, and then afterwards we can bring it up digitally, and there's no increase in hiss. It's not like tape used to be, where if you record soft, you got problems. With digital, there's none of that. So you can just record it nice and soft, and then you can bring it up afterwards digitally, and normalize it back up to something regular. So okay. I think that is going to be what I would call your assignment if we were doing an official coaching session together here, is to start developing that style, to be thinking documentary, thinking the kind of more emotional reads, the ones that are a little more dramatic, but they're the soft dramatic. That also can lead you into an area where it's more like movie trailer stuff, because there's a lot of movie trailer type work where it is done soft and deep.
Okay.
So there again, that's another application for what we're kind of heading you into here. So awesome. I hope that helps you, Nate.
Oh, tremendously. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Well, it was really fun to meet you today, and I wish you all the best success with this. If you would like to get together and do any following up, I'll send you a link for that. And meanwhile, if you just want to wave to everybody, we'll wrap it up here. All right, that's terrific. Thank you very much, Nate, for your patience with me as we worked our way through this today, and I do wish you all the very best success.
You too. Thanks so much, Dane.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time doing these live coach sessions, and we'll have more of those coming up, so be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell, so you can get notified every time we've got a new one. Be Be sure to check the show notes for today because I'm going to have a link to a brand new course I just put out. I get contacted by a lot of people who are just investigating voiceovers, or maybe they've done a little bit of movement into it, but they really don't know where to go, what to do. They're overwhelmed by all the stuff they're seeing online. YouTube videos and TikTok videos and advice until they're just kind of oversaturated, confused and perplexed and frustrated. This course is all about bringing things back down into simplicity again, cutting through a lot of the junk and getting it down to just what's really important at this stage of the game. It's called Voiceovers, the fastest, least expensive, I should have also said easiest way to get started. The course is over at Udemy. It's practically free right now as they're introducing it, so an excellent time for you to get over there and take the course. And when you get done with it, after you finish the last lesson, you're going to get a free copy of my book, 12 Pro Tips to Help You Grow as a Voice Actor. It's a tremendous opportunity for you to learn a whole lot of stuff for almost no money at all, and I hope it's super useful to you. I'll have another one of our coaching sessions very soon, so stay tuned to this channel. Talk to you next time.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, I think.
Hello, cutie pie.
Until I heard the voice, I'd never done a crazy thing in my whole life.
Goodbye.